Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. This is naval battles inside of Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, but this isn't just naval battles as in like two ships on tracks moving towards each other like they were in Warband. No, this is fully commandable naval engagements where you can actually physically move around and command your ships into battle. You can engage enemy ships and then also go ahead and disengage and take on the next one and the next one, where all the soldiers on the ships are part of your army ready to fight and die. So this is a mod created by the awesome legendary, I think he's got legendary status by this point, modder Blocc, who kind of just does his own thing. He's not really part of any other modders. He just kind of goes, oh, that'd actually be really cool inside of Bannerlord, and then goes ahead and does it. And he always manages to absolutely blow us away. So this is a mod built off of his Ancient Calradia mod pack, which is the ancient civilization, armors and awesome equipment that they have to basically bring Romans, Persians, Greeks and a few other different cultures into Bannerlord on the Calradia map. And now I guess he's taken that and was like, hey, naval battles would actually be really cool, and has gone ahead and basically gone and created them. And so as you can see right now, these ships are fully maneuverable. You can command the ship and drive it yourself. You are at the helm, and as you can see, you moved out. A second ago as well, you would have seen there is a completely different custom kind of camera angle as well whenever you go into that, so you're going to be able to get kind of a bird's eye view, and I imagine using something like RTS camera to actually go ahead and combine them would be very good. So right now you can see as well the AI is fully capable of using this. I'm not sure how effective they're gonna be, but the AI is currently engaging and fighting each other, so clearly they can use it well enough. On top of that, we're also getting some soldiers moving around, and there you go, boom. So basically, as you get next to an enemy ship, you press E, and then the boarding happens. It does seem like he has kind of like patched in the gap between the boats again, just to make the AI kind of understand it and figure it out a little bit better. And then yeah, then your forces do just engage at sea, and this is just like so awesome, because it's simply not just a, hey, I'm gonna like go on these two tracks and we're eventually gonna board. There's actually quite a bit of strategy on it. And if, for example, you wanted to go for like a full range ship and just have all your archers on a handful of ships and you're just going around and kiting the enemy forces, that seems like something you could actually dramatically do very effectively. Now again, I haven't played this because this part of the mod isn't out yet. Blocc hasn't released this. Again, I'm sure there's probably more stuff he wants to add to it, but hopefully he does fully release this, because it'd be really cool to mess around with. I'd imagine that maybe this would have to be like a sub mod to something like the Europe map mod that does have kind of that does have naval ships in. I think this would be a great addition. You know, if Blocc ever decided to move over Ancient Calradia to the Europe map mod that has all the naval travel and stuff, this could be really fun to mess around with and utilize. I think of, as of right now, it isn't like kind of part of any campaigns. It is just custom battles that he's currently running with and rocking with, but as you can see, they work perfectly fine. As of right now, as the battle is continuing to rage on, you can actually see in the top left and top right hand corner, you got some glorious Total War Rome 2 symbols right there, and you can see the strength of each ship. Right now, the 3 Roman ships that we currently have on our side are dwindling. They're about at half strength, but they are doing a great job. Over on the other side, the Persians are definitely struggling. 3 of their ships have already gone down, with 1 of their ships remaining pretty staunch in the enemy defense, and as you can see, boom. And as the last enemy is defeated, your soldiers will then be scripted to return back to your own boat, and then you'll be able to obviously set sail again, disengage. You can see the destruction as well. It does look like some of the Romans did unfortunately get caught there. I don't think there is any ship HP, so this is again interesting. Obviously, you know, this is the first iteration of this awesome mod, but I know for a fact that the Shogun modders, the guys who are making the awesome medieval kind of Japan, feudal Japan mod, also are planning on doing something, or at least have a very much a working version of something very much like this, in the sense of being able to move your ships independently, being able to command ships and all that lovely stuff. But they're going to be focused, I think, a bit more on like kind of a bit more of a range combat and the destruction as well. They've mentioned that in their version of naval combat, you're going to be able to like blow away parts of the ship with cannons and fire arrows set ablaze to ships, so every ship is going to have a bit more HP. And that's something I'd love to see from this mod, you know, the ability to, like, you know, obviously ancient combat was very much all about out that glorious like ramming into enemy ships after their battles with the Romans. So that would be battles with the Carthaginians. That would be very cool to see kind of that element actually implemented into the mod. And you can see right now Blocc is kind of just setting up his ship again, a little bit iffy to kind of get on that. Right now he's utilizing his archers, lining up nice and effectively, but you can see the archers are pretty decent at hitting the enemy ships. And there you go, boom, into another combat we go. So it's like super simple to basically adjust in, kind of get in from one battle to another. And in the intro of the video, Blocc does also show off that each ship is currently manned by about 110 soldiers. So, for example, if you had an army on the campaign map of, or whatever, out of like 2,200 men, that means the actual fleets would be pretty large in scale, right? You'd end up with 22 ships aside, all of them moving in and engaging and fighting another faction. Now, it does still seem like there is a lot of work to do. You can see like that kind of ship in the corner is still kind of sitting around. I would imagine maybe there's a few issues here and there once ships have been defeated. Do they carry on going and engage another ship? Like, are they just kind of classed as being locked in? But again, for the first iteration, it's actually so incredible, and just seeing all the ships being victorious. There you go, Blocc has won his day with his awesome looking fleets, and it's just really impressive with what he's done. And of course, at the end of the video as well, Blocc also sticks up this message saying if you like the visuals, be sure to check out Ancient Cal Radio, which I'll link down below in the description, as well as a massive thank you to Skrillo for the awesome ship models. I believe he's the guy who actually does the Ancient Armory armor pack that is used in Ancient Cal Radio. So again, really high, awesome looking quality models. Very cool. And I'll also leave as well Blocc's Patreon if you want to go and support him to continue to create stuff like this. I'll of course link that down below in the description. But if we just kind of go back into the beginning of the video, which I did kind of skip over, we also have a little bit more information about it. So yeah, ship AIs that are targeting other enemy ships and boarding the AI allows the AI agents to find and fight over other crews to gain control of the ships, which is again a very cool system. You can control cameras all written from scratch, so a lot of code has been poured into creating something like this. He also makes sure as well to mention that no movement in the video is actually scripted, so I think maybe I said it was, but it's not kind of what I meant. But yeah, so basically all the soldiers, it's just the AI kind of acting on behalf of their own kind of intelligence, which is kind of cool. They're not like scripted to do anything, or the battles aren't set up to fight in a certain way. It is all kind of like, oh, we're going to go over there and we want to attack and engage that ship, which again is really cool. He then also mentions what I said as well. Each ship takes 110 soldiers, while those with ballistas can hold up to 80. So there are also ships that can fire in, kind of incendiary bolts or anything else along them lines at the enemy ships to do some more damage, try and thin out the crew, but at a cost of having some extra soldiers. So will you want to be able to take an extra 30 soldiers, or will you simply be just kind of going in with that, as many marines as you physically can bring to bear? So I'll also just let the video play again in the background whilst we do go ahead and talk a little bit more about this mod as well, just kind of the final thoughts on it. It's super cool, really awesome stuff, and I very much hope that Blocc continues to implement this, whether it's in Ancient Cal Radio or he kind of goes ahead and tries to just release this as a separate mod but can be used for other mods, and kind of a bit more open source. It'd be really incredible to have this in like the Europe map mod and anything else, because it's just such a big feature and we've literally not seen anything like this whatsoever before. Again, here's the different kind of camera angle that he's kind of coded in as well, so you can see a bit more about the battles and kind of the moving fleets and stuff like that. It's super cool. Really awesome stuff. But yeah, I would love to see this kind of just as a standalone mod that people can implement into their games, because yeah, it'd be really cool. Obviously at the moment the ships are just kind of ancient Roman, so you wouldn't be able to really implement this for a medieval stuff, but even still, like, it's just such a kind of a cool concept and an amazing kind of foundation for naval combat in Bannerlord, which is just something that we just don't have. Like, again, Blocc can kind of, spin this up, but it takes Tailworld's, 6 months to release a very basic patch that adds in 2 weather types. It's kind of just crazy, isn't it? But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Be sure to go ahead and comment down below your thoughts on this, stuff that you're really impressed by, stuff you would love to see from this mod, because if Blocc goes ahead and watches this video and wants to go ahead and leave any extra additional information down below in the comments, I'll make sure to pin that. But yeah, maybe he'll read your comment and see if people actually want to see this implemented as a standalone mod in something like Ancient Cal Radio or anything else along them lines. So if you enjoyed the video and you want to go ahead and see more stuff using this mod, maybe Blocc will give me access to it, let me go ahead and play play some battles for you guys. Make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And just remember, glory to the eternal Romans.